right, it's been a while, guys, since I did one of these videos for you guys, but we have a nice little project here that we want to take care of. Now, a few of you guys were asking about how do I connect my Waterfed system. So I know I have some other videos, but I guess we can do like an update for it. So essentially it should be like this when you get it. Now this is extra, so that's why I have this. Some don't, some do. Then I don't know, it's up to depending on which machine you have. But essentially this is gonna be where all the water comes out, all the hard water and all that stuff, the excess water. I guess that's the way to say it. So a couple of you guys have reached out about what hose I use. I use a Flexzilla right here, 5/8, and this is about, if I'm not mistaken, about 10 feet. So I recommend if you're going to use a hose, I think Flexzilla is probably one of the best ones. You can get it at like Home Depot or whatever. The reason why I only have it for 10 feet is because the flow from here to the system is actually going to be really good. So that's why I only have that much of a length, because like let's say I had the other way, right? This is 150, right? What happens if I had 150 of this hose? Yeah, unless you just have like just a DI only, then yeah, that will work, because that's what I did in the beginning. But essentially you want as much flow going into your system so that you get better results. Okay, so let's start. And then another thing too, once you start with the machine and everything, you want to have kind of all your hose reel like taken out, because the pressure does go low. You know, like let's say you want to just do this window really quick and you only take a little bit of hose. It's better just to take all the hose out of the hose reel, and so then from there you can have better results. Now another thing, I'm gonna do my best to try to give as many fun facts, I guess, for a couple of you guys. So let's make sure it's on. Okay, is that fun fact, when it comes to this, do not connect this to the spigot, because it's not going to work. You're going to have horrible pressure, probably going to ruin your machine. Just don't use this to connect to the spigot. So have your own hose, like I said, have a 5/8, and then from there you should be good to go. Okay, so let's see how much pressure we have. Sounds like it's a lot. Let's see. So what I like to do is if it's below 40, use pencil jets. Wow, it is really high. Wow, okay, so you see this is almost at 100. So you want to see how much pressure this has without even having it all connected or all the way out. Let's see. It's still going. Okay, let's see. It looks like everything is good. All right, so look at this. Look how much flow this has. So again, like this is at like 90 without all the hose reel comes out. Okay, so let's unreel the rest of the hose to kind of show you guys what I mean. So you saw that it was like going, you know, like a few feet over, but now let's take everything off and make sure that, make it a little bit easier on me, just do this. All right, take everything off. All right, takes a little bit, but trust me, it's worth it, because then from there you don't have to worry about this later. All right, whew. All right, there we go. All right, okay, so now let's see the flow, or let's check again. It is at 90. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Let's see how much pressure now it has with all the hose out. That's what I'm talking about. So just remember that, you know, when you have everything connected, just, you know, make sure everything comes out of the hose reel so that it makes things a little bit easier. Okay, so one trick that I like to do is to try to lower this from the spigot. Okay, so again, let's try to close it. Okay, we close it. Now let's go a little bit. Okay, see how that looks. Another way you can also check to see how the pressure is you can like literally have this standing up, kind of just do this if you want. Okay, so you come here again, see how much pressure that is. It's a little bit too much pressure, so I'm just lowering it right here little by little. Look, let's see how I'm doing it, like that, little by little. And I think that that's about good. So about there. Okay, so where are we at right now? We are at 30. So kind of giving it a second. So let's put a little bit more water in. So remember, troubleshooting, right? So some houses are going to be like this, that just has phenomenal pressure, and you have to kind of, you know, make sure that it's running good. Because trust me, when you have everything set up perfectly, then everything works out for you. Let's see. Okay, now it's going a little too much. Okay, let's see, how much is that now? Let's see, 40. I like to be between 40 and 60 in my preference. So right now, yeah, I mean, if it goes a little bit over 60, it's not a problem. But look, it's about 60. So again, this is 60 giving me, okay, with over top rinse bar. So I still feel like that's a little bit too much. Again, I just want to kind of do this video with you guys and not have too much editing, you know, because I want it to be like, you know, real time. Sometimes, not that it's the fault of anyone else that does these type of videos, but sometimes the videos can be a little bit too long, you know, so I'm trying to make it easy as possible for you guys. So still getting at 60, huh? Because the thing is that if you move this too fast, it goes low like super quick. It's like literally like a fraction or like a hair you have to move. So right here I think it's good. Okay, so essentially that's that. Okay, so what I was thinking of doing was starting on the side of the house. So let's go together and kind of do this, because there's some windows on the roof. So right here, let's do this one here. So now this is the other thing too, like when you start bringing your hose and all that, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, because you have to bring all the hose here and then move it over. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But anyways, so let's see. But now another fun tip, I guess, tip number 5,000, I don't know, is that because I'm just gonna start here, because I already kind of saw the house already. There's some windows up there, but I'm gonna do those later. But I'm gonna go from here and just kind of go this way. There's no point in me bringing all the hosing to us. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of pull a little bit here, because I know I'm gonna go this way. It's better just to get this done here and then kind of keep going, okay? Now, because I have gutters here, I'll take care of the roof ones later. So a couple of you guys have asked, what pole am I using? I use the Micro Ultralight, Micro Ultralight. It's a great brush, a great pole with a good brush. Now, the only thing is that if it's gonna be your first pole, I would say just get the regular micro, just like that. Just get the regular 0 micro. But if you guys really want to, you know, go all for it in the beginning, get the ultralight. If you want to, the destroyer is pretty good too. But if you're just going to be doing houses like this, that, you know, you're kind of seeing what I'm doing, there's really no need to get a destroyer, because, you know, I mean, there's going to be a few jobs that are going to be tough, but the majority of them are just like this, just regular residential. So you see here, we're now just gonna make sure we want to clean this right here, start from the top, work our way down. Phenomenal pressure here. If I didn't have like my system, like let's say if I would have just had one regular RO membrane, this would have been like the perfect what do I say, the perfect pressure. But because I have a dual RO, that's why I have, you know, more water shooting out. But again, it's like this because my double RO shoots out more water. But not every job is like this. This will be awesome. If every single job had this type of pressure, it would be great. But in this case, it's just this job. But yeah, but anyways, I hope every one of you guys are doing good. A couple of you guys have reached out to me, asking me questions. Love it. It's nice to answer you guys' questions. But I know right now is like the most busiest seasons. Right now, the summertime, everyone is graduating. Everyone wants their windows clean. But this one actually, this house that I'm doing right now in particular, they're actually selling the house, and so they actually, I think even someone already kind of bought the house already, so they just want it to look nice and clean before they sell it. But yeah, so anyways, but yeah, I mean, this is just easy peasy. Like, you know how I kind of rinsed off here? I like to kind of just do that from time to time, just make things a little bit easier, because sometimes, especially like this one's a little bit older, you know, the windows, they need a little bit more water, I feel like sometimes, because it can be like really dirty, a lot of buildup, you know. So just want to make sure that everything is done right and makes my life easier. So let's see, so sometimes you have to do this because, you know, you're kind of hitting the bottom, but yeah, so far this summer has been very nice, very smooth. Been getting a lot of work. We've been very fortunate, and a few of you guys have reached out and purchased some equipment and some, you know, resins and carbon filters, you know, replacement stuff. And just want to say, you know, again, thank you guys so much for, you know, thinking about us and you know, considering us when you make your purchase. And so just want to say thank you, and just hope that now in your side of things are working out, you know, with your business and everything like that, because right now, man, there's just so much work that, like, even we had to even kind of reject a couple of jobs because, yeah, it's been a little bit too much for us. Just, again, it's just my wife and I, so we don't have a crew or anything. It's just her and I, so kind of take things one day at a time, and kind of like that, you know. You don't have to worry about having people, but, you know, that can always change. But, and it's always fun. I find this all the time. This always gets stuck. This hosing always finds a way to get stuck. It just amazes me. But yeah, but anyways, but yeah, it's just my wife and I. We like to do this type of work, and like working together and stuff. You know, she does the inside, I do the outside. But yeah, it's just so simple, so easy. Just do this. I don't have to get on the ladder and stuff, especially with like French windows. Waterfed is like the way to go. Yeah, and oh yeah, a couple of you guys have reached out to me too about the when it comes to the Zero Ultimate Waterfed package and all that. Don't forget to put your over-the-top rinse bar on your brush, because a couple of you guys were using pencil jets, and with great pressure, by the way, so it's not like your pressure was low. But just keep in mind that you have the over-the-top rinse bar, and a couple of you guys started putting that on, and it's been better results. So remember, super easy. Have a couple of videos about it. Really, you don't even have to watch the video if you don't want to. Essentially, you see the two screws right there, right in the middle of my brush. Essentially, all you need to do is just unscrew those and then put the rinse bar in, and then from there you just, you know, put it in and just connect it on the top. Easy. But yeah, it's been really nice this year though, and meeting a lot of you guys, especially like in different parts of the country. You know, you guys are window cleaners and stuff, and it's just a nice little community that we're all in, you know. We're just all trying to do the same work, and, you know, there's just too many windows out there, man. It's just so many windows that, you know, it's nice to see when, you know, other companies are out there, you know, rocking it. And man, I follow a couple of you guys on Instagram, and you guys are just killing it, you know, just going out there, do your thing, and, you know, and it's nice to watch that, because, you know, I also learn too. You know, I learned a couple of you guys do a couple of things, and guys are doing a really good job about that. So What's nice about French windows too is that you stay a little bit longer on the window. So the reason why I'm saying that is because by the time I'm done with this last window here on the second story, I can already start working on these ones again. So I can already, you know, kind of do all that. But again, older windows, I'm just gonna put a little bit more water, flush it out a little bit, because there's a lot of dirt. It's not a construction clean by any means, but these windows are really dirty. So, but again, great pressure. Just really happy to have my over the top rinse bar. And just very simple, just kind of going up, and then, so now remember, this is my second time going through this, so I don't go up again. Does that make sense? I just go the first time down from the top, bottom, and then up. Now this is the second time I just go down once, make sure there's any dirt I take care of, and then from there just rinse off. Super easy. So easy, 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 like that. And what's nice with so another question, I guess, is that a couple of you guys reach out to me. It's like, what's the difference between like pencil jets and over the top rinse bar? Pretty much it's the exact same thing, but you just have more, let's just say to make it easier, more pencil jets on the over the top rinse bar. So that's the difference pretty much. So, you know, like I said, if there's not a lot of pressure, use the pencil jets, you'll be fine. It's not like every job you need to use the over the top rinse bar, but it just helps a lot, you know. So anyways, this is kind of like, you know, how you clean, you know, French windows. Might be a little long of a video, but you know, a couple of you guys asked for like an updated updated version of how to do you know, clean windows and stuff. So another thing too, again, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, you have enough space like this. But I don't know if I can say it just yet, but we have a very exciting announcement coming soon. So if it's not, I'm not gonna say it just yet, just because I don't know just yet. But when the announcement does come out, and you're watching this video and the announcement's already made, I guess I should say it like that, I will put it in the description down below. It's gonna be pretty cool, but right now I'm just and actually that's another thing too. I really like the announcement we're about to make, because man, it's making our lives so much easier, so much easier. And so yeah, it's just, especially with our busy season and all that, you guys will understand once I make the announcement. So but yeah, so pretty much it's just, you know, very easy like this, nothing too crazy. Again, it's our second time over. Kind of do this. All right, let's see, like that, perfect. Yeah, just like to keep a nice, you know. And another thing too is because this is all like kind of like muscle memory, I can be talking with you guys and kind of already know what I'm doing, and it's just very calming because I don't have to be stressed out. And another thing too, when you know you get your Waterfed, if you guys already have it or thinking about ordering it and all that, you are gonna make mistakes, okay? Let's just leave it like that. You're gonna make mistakes. Maybe you go, you know, the way I'm doing this video is very smooth, and you know, it's already like kind of, like I said, muscle memory. But a couple of you guys, you know, might go a little bit faster and all this other stuff. If you notice that there's like spotting and stuff on the window, be a couple of things. Maybe you're not cleaning the frame right. You can maybe be rushing the windows. Maybe you're not cleaning the window correctly. It can be a lot of different things. So I would say my best recommendation is just to try it at your house first, if that makes sense, and just kind of go there, And you know, just like right now, you see how I'm getting the very top of the window. I want to make sure I get all that water, you know, all the water that's on the top. But yeah, no, if you want to just, you know, try to do this at home, you know, that's, I think, is the best place to do it. Just because, you know, if you make a mistake or whatever, it's not a problem, you know. When I got my X2, which now is the Zero Pure Max, essentially that system itself, my first job, yeah, I had a lot of spotting. I went and I was like, oh man, like I was all excited too. I was like, oh man, I got a new Waterfed system. I'm like so stoked and so happy. And then next thing you know, I had a lot of spotting and I was like, man, you know, it kind of sucks. But all in all, you know, we did our best. Or I did my best to, you know, clean them again, and it worked out. But yeah, the first time I was like, what? And then, you know, I'm nervous because it's like my first time using the Waterfed, like this, you know, very expensive Waterfed. I was used to the what's it called, my Unger N-Light, but that was more for, like I said, second story. And so the results were really nice, because I kind of had like a good technique and all that. But still, like when you're doing the top and bottom and, you know, people are looking at your work and all that, you know, I don't know, I guess I just thought that, I was like, man, I bought this system and, you know, it's not what I thought it would be. But all in all, I was able to, you know, fix it up, worked out perfectly, and yeah, it ended up being really nice. So, but yeah, this garage doors are so easy just to do with the Waterfed. Yeah, I remember when I first started, I was like, oh, you know, I just do all this by hand. Sometimes they have like little pieces of like, I don't know, frame that's on the window, and it's just like the worst because all the water and the soap would get in if you're doing it traditionally. Now I just flood it with water, and it's just awesome with great results. So now I do get a couple of you guys saying like, oh, you don't check your TDS before I do this job. I'm not even joking. I had a job this morning, already checked. It's all good. So it was at a good TDS 0, and worked out perfectly. So I don't have to worry too much about it spotting and all that. So, but anyways, but yeah, it's been a while since I did one of these videos. I'm really happy to be able to do these videos again, and it's just nice to show, like, you know, the work and all that, and kind of like a little bit of an update. Okay, so the only thing is that because it's kind of running down a little bit, it might like drop like from the second to the first. So that's kind of why I like to do this technique and all that. And then you see like this stuff here, you know, it's just the garages always take like forever. So especially with all the water coming down, you know, I might get some spots right there, but pretty much these are kind of like good to go. But yeah, so like again, if you have the top and bottom, I would say wait on the bottom. So like, for example, I'll go here, kind of just do that, and then that's it. I'm not going to touch the second one because, or the bottom one, because it's going to be it's going to have a lot of spotting. You need it to let the drip dry time, you know, you need to have that when it comes to doing this Waterfed system. So if you could do this if you want to make it, you know, look a little bit nicer, because it's all dirty right here. See, look at all that dirt, and they'll appreciate that too, because especially this is the second time going through, so they're gonna get like a brand new garage clean. But yeah, so I mean, pretty much just kind of keeping it simple like that. See, I'm not stressing out, just relaxed, you know. And that's another thing too, you know, when you buy these systems, it's a lot of money, you know, and you get like, you know, a homeowner that's, you know, wants to see your work and all that. And, you know, once you get into it, man, you're just gonna be like second nature, you know. It's all gonna flow very smoothly. Not a big problem at all. Just like that. But man, look at that flow. It could have even been higher. So now another question is, well, why don't I just want to, and that's another thing actually, a couple of you guys are like, oh, my windows are spotting. You know, another thing is that it's very important to have low pressure, because imagine this would have been higher and just been blasting everything, you know, like all the water everywhere. It would go on the frame, it would get on the everywhere. So essentially then from there you would have spotting, because there's going to be water that goes into the frame, and then it's going to drip, and then it's going to just stay onto the window with the dirt and all that. So that's why when it comes to pressure, you don't want to have the most pressure as possible. Unless you have low pressure, then you want the most pressure. Does that make sense? Sounds kind of confusing, I know, but you guys hopefully get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so essentially you want to just make sure you have all the right pressure for everything, and then now we just do this. Look at this. Boop. Then there you go. Gave it some time, and then there you go. All right, so let's continue. Again, we don't have a lot of hosing, so that's perfect for us. Now we can go backwards. Now these front ones I'm actually gonna skip right now, just because I need to go upstairs. Oh, see, sometimes it always gets stuck. But like this one I can do real quick, but I'm saying like this one right here I can't do, because the water from that is gonna come down and mess all that up. So I'll do that later. Let's see, because I'm trying to do this without having to, you know, pause the video, unless my battery dies again, which kind of is becoming a trend. I even bought the GoPro, I forgot which, it's like a white battery, and apparently it's supposed to be like double the battery life or something like that, and still I need to always be on top of things. Now, one thing you could do, I don't really recommend it, but you see how I did the top ones, right? You could just, in theory, just do the bottom ones. I'll just go ahead and do it, but because I know I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll come back to these later. But you could, in theory, do this, clean the window itself like this. Oh, so these marks came from a dog, so probably had a dog here, living here. But yeah, you could in theory do this and then just kind of keep it like that. Now remember, when you're doing it the second time and you rinse that off, kind of wait a little bit. I would say max you should wait is like maybe like 2-3 minutes. You know, you don't want to spend like half an hour waiting. But you kind of just want to make sure everything's flowing very nice like that. Keep it very simple. Yeah, I don't think they've actually ever cleaned their windows, so so this is like kind of like a first time clean, but man, with great results. So anyways, okay, so let's continue. All right, again, it doesn't make sense for me to clean this because I'm gonna have to clean it again because of those guys. Another thing too, so this, I don't know if you guys can see it on the video, but this is all hard water. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because there's a window on top. Yeah, because these you need to charge extra for, because I know a couple of you guys reach out to me like, oh hey Andy, so there's hard water, you know, do I include that in my service? No, you don't include that in your service. You include it as a add-on, because I use what's it called, Diamond. I can't remember all these names, there's just too many names. But there's like this paste on WCR that Diamond Magic, I think it's called, and essentially that Diamond Magic is like, you know, it's not the cheapest thing, but you know, you should charge for it, you know, because man, if not, you know, you're just using all your stuff and you're kind of losing money, you know. So, and it's not a rip-off, you know, you're not ripping people off either. Hard water here in Southern California, it's very, very common, especially if they don't take care of their windows. Look at that, man. Okay, all those marks are from the inside, but look at the difference. Amazing. Anyways, yeah, you don't want to be like, you know, here in California there's a lot of hard water, so it's typical if they don't maintain their windows, they will have like marks and stuff and hard water on their windows. So just keep it in mind that if you do charge, now when it comes to charging for hard water, it's really hard to say. Sometimes, like, depending on how bad it is, I charge like maybe, I don't know, $20 a window, you know, it depends, you know, if it's just a few of them, you know. But again, if it's not that bad, it's all up to you. But again, it all depends. Hard water kind of sucks. There's just no way to go around it, because it's like, how long was the water there for? How let me get more tubing. How long was the water there for? And then from there, you know, like, is it ingrained into the window? Because then you have to do like a restoration, which we definitely do not offer, because if you break a window because you're trying to like polish and take like a little bit of layer of the window off, yeah, it's not good at all. But anyways, but hope you guys are doing well though. You know, if you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to leave a comment down below. You know, I'm trying to do more quality content for you guys, but because this house is vacant and they're selling the house, I was able to record for you guys. But yeah, it's kind of weird when you are doing someone's house and be like, hey, can I do a YouTube video in your house, you know? So kind of stop asking. But today was kind of like a great opportunity to do this. I might do like an updated video maybe of the screen cleaning, because I mean, they want their screens cleaned too. So I might do another video on that. I mean, might as well, right? Because I'm here and it's a great opportunity. Now I'm using my Max Lens mod. So with my Max Lens mod, I can hopefully get a better quality of doing the screen cleaning. Because the last one, I was looking over the video and I was like, oh man, it's kind of terrible, because it's like, oh, and that's another thing too. Don't forget to install the univalve inside your tubing, because look at that. That's another thing. Look, I was telling you about the ultimate system. So the univalve is inside this hosing. The hose is inside this pole. So in reality, I can start and stop, because like right now, I did this window, I stopped, right? And I can do these ones. I'm not like having water shoot everywhere. So it's really convenient to have that with me. So yeah, so let's see. But yeah, I mean, we've been trying to make more videos for you guys. It's been so busy. We've been just working, which we're very fortunate about, but also too, like, we've been kind of at the point, like I said earlier, that we're kind of like rejecting work in a sense, because we're just having so much. And I guess people like this year, I don't know if it's just me or not, but they think that, like, you know, you're available tomorrow. Like, it's one thing if, like, let's say you're in the slow season, you know, and you have pretty much like a flexible schedule. But like, I don't know, this year, like, a lot of people are just like, I want my windows done tomorrow. And you're like, oh, I don't. I have, like, I don't know, next Tuesday off. And then they're like, oh, that's too far. We already found someone. So I'm like, okay. So I'm a little bit confused by that. But you know, so it's like, you know, I mean, window cleaning is a job, and, you know, but at the same time, it's like, it's a busy season. Everyone wants their windows clean, which is great, but please just keep in mind that we also have other people that have been waiting, and like, we're already like, I think 2 weeks booked already. So it's like maybe 2-3 weeks, I don't know anymore. Hey, that's why I have to have a schedule. Look at my schedule, I should say. But yeah, it's kind of funny. And the funny thing is too, is that, like, when you do these bids too, I feel like they want it like right now. And if you don't give a bid to them right now, they just say, like, we don't want you to come out anymore, if that makes sense. It's like, I mean, of course you have a crew, and you have one person dedicated to just doing. Oh, another thing too, if you want to adjust the brush, you just go here, twist this, and then you kind of just adjust. But anyways, this is what I was saying too, and I'll go back to the bids. But here's, you get the screws, pop them off, you slide this in, and then there's a little hole, you screw this on top and on top of this, and you're good to go. And then make sure you add this, because sometimes people don't put it in, but just make sure you add that. So, but yeah, talking about bids, yeah, it's just funny to me. And then it's like they want you to like go like right now, right now, I want to bid right now. And then you're like, you know, trying to like accommodate for them, like, okay, let's do it. And then you end up giving a bid, and then they're like, oh yeah, well, we have a few other bids coming in. And it's like, really? So you get what I'm trying to say? Like, we could have just waited, you know, and then eventually, you know, they'll give you the job or not. But I'm just saying that it's just funny that some people are like, now or never. And then you kind of are like, all right, so this is the price. You know, if you like it, great. If not, obviously you're not saying that to the client, but it's like, you know, if they like the price, great, let's book it. And then, but it's just funny to me that it's just like, you know, oh yeah, we just want to just wait. And then you text them back later, and then they never talk to you again. So it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know. I mean, people have their own lives, but anyways, but all in all, I would say that besides those few little occasions for us, man, we just have had like the nicest clients ever. We've been having like a lot of return clients from the previous years. And that's another thing too, for you guys, is that, you know, we have a lot of work, but also too, it's because we have repeat clients, and that helps too. Like the other day we had like, you know, a couple of spots open, and we got a few bids in, and we got the jobs, but we had a couple of days that were kind of like, oh, you know, it's empty. And then out of nowhere, like, we'll have like a lot of like old clients like, hey, we want our windows clean and this and that. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. So then you put them in, and it's been nice. We've had a couple of those today, I think. Not today, but this week, I think we had like 2 or 3 returning clients, repeat clients, and it's been nice. And it's just one of our clients, she's so nice. She even goes out of her way, and she actually even gets us lunch. You know, very nice of her. But it's just, yeah, it's just, and actually this was like from last year. She's known me like since before COVID. The one I'm thinking about right now, the one that gives us lunch. And it's just funny because she remembered when I had the RAV4, and then next thing you know, like now we have our truck over there. And it's just so funny because it's just like, oh, I remember like you had your RAV4, and she was even seeing like our shirts too, and she's like, oh wow, you guys are so professional. And it's just, it's, you know, and she's just like, man, keep up the good work. And I don't know, I just very happy to have clients like that. Very nice, and you know, and they already know our work. And I always say this again, clients, once you do their house one time, 9 times out of 10 they're not going to care, in a sense of what's it called, they're not going to like double check your work, because they already know your work's good, you know. So that's pretty good. So right now you see that the door over there, or the window, is kind of open. Perfect time to, you know, shut off the water, move over, and go like that, because if not, water is going to seep in, and that's going to be the worst. So you don't want any of that. So again, so I know that I haven't done the rinse off for that one yet, but the thing is that these windows are not going to get hit by the water because of the gutter. So while I'm letting this drip dry, I'm doing these ones, right? So you always want to keep moving. You never want to just stay in one place. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And ultimately, you know, you're not going to be behind on work. So like, for example, here, I'm going to kind of get that through the hole there. Okay, perfect. And I'll kind of hold that. Now, yeah, I don't trust this at all. So here, I was thinking about cleaning the window, but here there's like lip is like all the way in the front. So if I clean this, water's gonna get in. So I am not gonna do that. And it's better to be safe than sorry, because I don't know where Ashley's at. So I don't know if she's doing that window next or last, but what happens if it floods and, you know, like a lot of water gets in, and yeah, you definitely don't want that. So yeah, very simple. Easy window cleaning. Yeah, but that's the thing actually. Ashley and I know I keep talking about the Waterfed all the time, but okay, another thing. See this lip here? This should be good. I don't know where Ashley's at, but let's see. So if the water is already shoving out. All right, so as I was saying before, oh hey, my GoPro died. So it got too hot again. So what I ended up doing in the meantime, I ended up putting towels here to make my life a little bit easier. And again, because I know that it's gonna leak, I put towels, and when it does leak, at least I have a little bit of protection. This is a great idea, especially when you are a solo operator and don't have anyone there and you don't really feel like, you know, taking care of doing these all by hand, because especially in the summertime, everything evaporates like super quick. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the whole house, guys, because my GoPro keeps dying and overheating. So I know there's a few out there, different cameras, but again, I like this angle because, you know, you guys are like on my head and see what I see, if that makes sense. So trying to gain you guys the best quality. And also too, my weekly updates, I like using my GoPro. I have I bought with that little microphone that you attach to the GoPro. So yeah, I tried my best to reinvest to make every video quality better. So at least this time this is not like my other video where this is on my chest, the camera, because that was pretty bad. I was trying to see like another perspective, and yeah, it was pretty bad. All right, so again, this is hard water, right? And so you can, that's another thing. I'm assuming they already know this, that hard water is pretty bad, but it's gonna look a little bit better when you use the Waterfed, but still. But yeah, if my camera keeps like dying, I think I'm just gonna like wrap up the video. So, you know, I'm gonna keep going as much as I can, guys. You know, I wanna give you guys as much footage as possible before my camera dies again. I think also because I'm probably in the sun a little bit too. So, and I was telling you right now about like my little thing that attaches to the GoPro, the microphone. That microphone, I would think that it would be like, you know, heating up my GoPro a little bit. So I just have like literally nothing attached to my GoPro. So pretty much like the side of my GoPro is kind of like exposed. But so I thought that that would kind of fix the overheating issue, but apparently not. But yeah, this is the rest of it. So again, super easy. I'll try my best, guys. I'll try my best to keep doing this video as long as possible. If anything, maybe I just change the battery. This time I charge all the batteries. So I still need to do my weekly update after this job. So today's Friday, so I still need to do like a different, not different, I need to use all the batteries I can to record that video. So, but yeah, I was talking to Ashley too. I went inside the house and she says that the windows look amazing. So I'm really happy to hear that. She says that she had to use steel wool. Don't forget to use steel wool, guys. That is like gonna be your best friend. You don't have to use a razor or anything. You just, you know, kind of do your thing, and then from there, you know, get it done. But yeah, these windows are pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. This is, oof. The thing is, I don't know. Did I actually do these? Let's see. See, that's the thing. Like, see, like that's all hard water. Hard water, hard water. Yeah, that's why I do it twice. I clean it twice. All right. And then at the end, Ashley and I will walk around to see if anything needs to be touched up. Maybe use some steel wool, whatever, you know. Now, Waterfed do not use on a construction job. It's not gonna clean everything, so just letting you know. But this job is mainly just like buildup of dirt and debris, so that's why I'm using this for this job. But they also have to understand too that, you know, or they do understand too that this is a very old house. Okay. All right, got a little bit of shade, so that's nice. All right. So go like that. That's what I'm saying, like the micro is like just the perfect pole, because like right now I don't have to worry about like, oh, you know, my trad pole, like technically, yeah, I already passed the trad pole. That's the last of the trad pole. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's the last of it, because this one is gold. Yeah, you see it has like the little mark on the side. So on the third one, yeah, I was right, the third one. So if you would have, like I always said, you know, if you're using the trad pole as you're like, you know, trying to do like window cleaning, it's not going to really help in like these type of windows, you know, because then now you have to go on the roof to do those ones, you know, and like look how many clamps I have extra. So that's why for me personally, I like to have the micro as like my go-to, and because it's second story, I have it all ready to go. But yeah, when it's just a trad by itself, you know, if it's just by itself, like one floor, I'll disconnect everything, and then from there I would just make it very simple. But if, you know, again, you want to preserve your body, you don't want to go too long using, you know, the heavy stuff, so that's why micro, ultralight, whatever you want. Just make sure that when it's like one story, become trad, you know, make it a trad pole. You know, I'm trying to save you guys money. I'm not saying, oh, go out there and buy a trad pole and then buy you know, a micro. No, I'm telling you, like straight up, just get a micro. Now if you really want to, you know, have a little bit of extra money, you know, or you have a little bit of extra money, you want to get a separate trad pole, which is what we kind of do, then from there you could do that. So then you can have everything, you know, kind of just set up. You don't have to go out of your way, keep disconnecting. But it's not that hard to disconnect the micro and to get it to a trad pole. It's very kind of simple. So it's a hassle, sure, but save money, you know, might as well. Oh, Atch and I are like a huge believers of, you know, trying to save as much money as possible. So that's why whenever, you know, I kind of think in my videos and stuff, I'm always thinking, you know, obviously of you guys, but also ourselves too. You know, I wouldn't say like, oh, you're buying a new system, yeah, buy a trad pole, that's gonna, you know, help you. It's not, you know, it's cheaper than a micro, sure, but it's not gonna save you, right? You're gonna have jobs like this, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I need a longer pole, and you can say, oh, I can go on the roof, but not all the jobs are gonna have a roof that you can walk on. So yeah, it's just complicated. And then it's the other side of things. You get a micro. I'm not telling you to get a micro and a trad pole, you know, but over the years, you know, you're gonna have money saved and stuff, then you can consider getting a trad pole and a, you know, like a micro first and a trad pole. So that can be something to consider. So and also don't forget to use a swivel, you know, like right now I have the swivel on my Boar's hairbrush. It's awesome because like sometimes you have like weird angles, you know, and then from there you kind of need to, like right now my brush is too high, facing too high, but if I go on the side like this, it balances out. I don't know how that works, but it just does. But okay, you kind of see what I'm talking about, right? Like right now it's like kind of flat against the window, okay? But then if I go here, see how it's like shooting up? So very weird. Look, shooting up. But then if you go in an angle, it goes lower. Why does that happen? I don't know anymore. It's one of the life's greatest mysteries, I guess. Well, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, oh, nice view. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's an airplane away over there, but wow, very far away. All right, so let's see. All right, so we took care of the upstairs. So now we want to lower everything. I still need to do the bottom one, so I'm just going to wait on that just a little bit. But now we can focus on these bottom ones. Oh yeah, that's right. There's one over here. A couple over here. Yep. Just keep walking around. That's right. Not wasting any time. Not looking at my phone. I'm not doing any of that. Now, of course, if I have a bid, then that's a different story. Have to do that sometimes. But I'm not like constantly like on my phone, you know, just always working. So if you guys do message me, I guess that's a good point I should mention. If you guys message me and I don't respond right away, don't take it personal. I'm just working, you know. So when I do get a chance, I'll do my best to answer your questions and get everything sorted away. And yeah, it's a great time right now to be a window cleaner, I'll tell you that. It's awesome. Everything's so chill. You're your own boss, make your own schedule, do your own prices. Oh yeah, it's awesome. Man, a couple of you guys out there like in your 20s or even teenage years, and you're like looking into doing Waterfed, window cleaning, and Waterfed too. But man, it's just really happy for you guys. Yeah, I started, I think, not at the same time as you guys, but at the same time we didn't have like a lot of content on window cleaning, you know. Jersey, Steve-O do amazing work with window cleaning, so I learned a lot. And I mean, I'm like seriously saying that. I'm not just saying that just to say that. I learned a lot through them, and I still learn a lot from them too. But bottom line, you know, like it's always good to have, you know, room to grow, be a better window cleaner. A couple of you guys reach out and you're like, hey Andy, have you tried this technique, or do you do this, do you do that? And then I'm like, you know, yes or no. And it's just, yeah, awesome community, and making new friends along the way, you know. It's nice to have you guys be very supportive. And even like, you know, a couple of you guys, I really want to say this from the bottom of my heart, like a couple of you guys go to like a random video and say, oh, great work, thanks for your content and stuff like that. It means a lot to me, you know. I started this YouTube channel, I didn't really know what to expect, you know. I kind of was just like, you know, I want to help people out, and hopefully you feel that I'm still the same person when I first started, you know. Want to save you guys money, but I will tell you like, oh, if you want to make a little bit of a shortcut, this is the way. But you know, maybe you want to do that shortcut later in life, you know. Yeah, because you could be day one and get the ultimate Waterfed system, but that's like $3 grand, you know, which is great. But then it's like, after that, it's like, where'd you get that money from, you know? I mean, unless you just had that money from a previous job or whatever. But again, I'm putting myself in your shoes, didn't have anything. So yeah, just taking things one day at a time. So, but yeah, hopefully this, you know, I'm trying to do more for you guys, trying to find out ways to, you know, save you guys money. Let's see. Yeah, so, but like I said, see, very simple when it comes to window cleaning. But let me ask you guys, you know, you don't have to comment or anything like that. I'm not trying to, you know, force you guys to comment or whatever. Do whatever you want. But just think about this question to yourself, you know. If you were to do all this by hand, okay, how long would it take you to do all this? Just this one side right now. This whole side. I'm already done. I don't need to get on the ladder. Like right here, how, like here I could do a ladder, but like there, how would I get on a ladder? I have to go behind this. There's rocks here, I could fall. These ones you can get on the roof, sure, but you know what I mean? So yeah, just, you know, it's just something to think about, you know. People say, oh, Waterfed doesn't work or whatever, you know, everyone to their own opinion, but all I do is Waterfed. So all right, so let me show you guys, kind of just be very careful, okay. But what I ended up doing, I always take off my shoes when I go into a client's home. See, there's no flooding, but look what I did. See, there's some water here, but because I put the towels here, you know, and then you just do this and it cleans it up. Oh yeah, these are soaked super, especially this one. It's like, look at that. But anyways, I might have to get another towel. But see, the importance of having a towel is really good. All right, let's see, let's left this outside here. All right, there's actually still working hard. See, she's using the steel wool, so that's great. She's like listening to something, so she doesn't even know that we're recording here. Probably tell her about it after this video. So let's see if I what she thinks. But anyways, so just like that, very simple, easy peasy. It's pretty much dry still. So let's go to that other one that we did. And because of that lip, especially this right here, no water got in. So perfect. So again, like I said, this, there's nothing we can do, but see these marks all from the inside. So actually hasn't started here yet. So, but look, it's all full of water. If you tell your clients like, hey, you know, this is full of water, just wait until it dries. It all goes away. But very easy, looks amazing. Like these ones here, this one's has like a little bit of marks. Yeah, it's coming off. But yeah, she just needs to touch it up. I might even have to touch it up from the outside a little bit, but again, that's why we're here. But yeah, all this hard water, again, this is kind of what I'm trying to focus on. Even if I use the pure water, it's still gonna come back. It's still gonna look pretty bad. But they said that they didn't want it. So I was like, I told them, like, if you're already selling the house, there's no point of, you know, trying to do the hard water removal. It doesn't make any sense. So anyways, I have this just in case if I need to clean up anything. But anyways, so I'm just gonna end it there, guys. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hopefully, if I have the news already released already, I will put in the link down below, the comment section, or the link, I don't know, description, whatever it is. And hopefully you guys will like that. So I'm just saying, I just want to make sure that I have it already all in place. You'll understand why later. And yeah, if you feel like you want to, you know, reach out to me, my number is 626-545-3132. And I'll do my best to answer all your questions. And the biggest thanks is if you place orders through my links, and really helps the channel a lot. Again, I bought the Max Lens mod. I bought the what's it called, the little microphone for the GoPro, so that I can have better quality for you guys. So, you know, I'm doing my best to reinvest for you guys, and hopefully have some better content, and hopefully every year it gets better. But yeah, still have a little bit ways to go. Have this here, up there, have this here. I already took care of that. Then I have this one down here. Well, let's go find out what it looks like over there. Little lizard over there. But I think we're like kind of like almost done. We just need to do like some on the roof or whatever. Okay, that's random. A door. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, just have a little bit over here. Let's look at the garage. And it looks much better after I, you know, sprayed it off. I mean, it has stuff from who knows what, but at least the outside looks better. Actually says, so I guess this was perfect timing. My battery died. So anyways, everything looks good here. It looks amazing. So yeah, like I said again, if you made this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel out a lot, even if it's like a random video or whatever you guys like to do. It's awesome. Feel free to reach out to me, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.